All right, Steve Holland here with Rapidtech. We got a little March Madness coming up here, and so I'm going to give you a little March Madness with furnaces. The furnace we're going to talk about today is the Heil Furnace. It was also manufactured by Tempstar and Kenmore. Same furnace. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, and I'm going to show you what I found. There's some bonus material in this baby. This video's got bonus material. All right. So one of the things I want to show you, first off, the older version of this furnace was brown in color, kind of like this brown or this brown. The newer furnace, the one that they updated, same looking furnace, not a lot of differences. They made a few updates. That was gray in color. Out in our Rapidtech manual that we have, the Rapidtech, it's the furnace heat exchanger or furnace identification and heat exchanger guide. We've got a picture of it in there. And then also in the Rapidtech program, you'll see the pictures of what the furnace looks like. For some reason, I didn't have them for this particular video. However, doesn't matter. If you see this Heil Furnace, the NUGK or the NULK, brown in color, all right, brown in color or gray in color, couple bonus things to look at. Number one, if you see this vent motor and it comes off straight right here, if you pull this little rubber boot, you remove it, and if it's got a black plastic stub coming out of it, black plastic stub, you better investigate that furnace because you're going to find this if it's black. See that? Now, if it's got this inducer, by the way, this is a black colored vent motor assembly. It's also in the gray color. Here's a tip, bonus material. Very few manufacturers of any condensing gas furnace in the marketplace had a horizontally flat vent motor assembly. Very few. Heil, Tempstar, and Kenmore, which was just a private label for Sears, had this. So if you see this, it's one of those furnaces. Now, see this vent motor assembly right here? If you were to replace, if you tried to order one of these, you're not going to get it. They don't have it. They're going to send you one of these. So listen up. If you have one of these fail and you need to order one, they're going to send you this. Be sure to order the vent coupler update kit. There's a little box. It comes with hose clamps. It comes with this little limit switch. And it comes with this rubber boot. Why do you need it? Check this out. See how this is straight right here off this vent motor? See how it's straight? Guess what? Look where this one comes off. Comes off right here at an angle. So you have to have this retrofit kit or this vent motor will not work in this furnace unless you have this kit. And then you just follow the instructions and update it. So that's some bonus material. The other thing I want to show you guys really quick is the top view. So if you look down on the furnace, by the way, this is a stainless steel heat exchanger right here. I have yet to find many failures with those. They're pretty rock solid. I mean, they really are. Very few failures have I found. It's right here, this header on the secondary, and that's what it looks like in a close-up. I'll show you a video. I've got to turn my volume down. By the way, if you hear a guitar playing in the background, that's just my daughter. Last week I was in Florida, or no, actually 2 weeks ago I was in Florida. Last week I was in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, way up there. I go from like 80-degree weather. I go fly north all the way to Rhinelander. It's like snow. Craziness. And then next week I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. And my daughter, she's coming along because she wants to strum her guitar in the streets and try to make $5. So check it out. All right, so here's the NUGK model. All right. This is the one that we have in our studio. By the way, I have like 5 of these in our cargo container. I'm going to break them all down. It's going to be really cool. I'm really excited. Can't wait to do that. But let's go ahead and watch that video. And then I'll do some... all right. So we got the NUGK. Let's focus, Steve. Focus. This is what it looks like. This is the gray cabinet model. It's the model with the gray cabinet, even though it has that older vent motor assembly, the old brown colored one. Of course, we're black and white. And for you kids watching this, you don't even know what a black and white TV is. I remember black and white TV. There's that straight boot I was telling you about. So if you have to update it, you got to use that coupling kit. Now, let's look down here and check out what we found. Check this out. Real easy find. Pull that boot off. If you see a black plastic header, you better investigate this. You should investigate it anyway. If it's brown in color, the header, or stainless steel, then you should be okay, but still check it. Check this baby out. See how busted up it is? Look at this crack. Look at this. It's got a hole in it. I'm going to tell you why this happened. Look at the crack. Let's stop that right there. Ooh, look at that. You got to watch for that. Watch for that. Here's what will happen. Here's what's going to happen to this furnace. This furnace will still operate. Some of you are asking why. You're thinking. So I could pause for 5 minutes and let you think, but I won't do that. Because the pressure switch is still connected to the inducer, so as long as the vent motor assembly is running, this furnace will fire. But guess what happens when you have big holes like this? Like that one. Eventually you're going to soot up. You're going to clog up, soot up, and you're going to have problems. And the flame coming off of those long tubular ribbon burners will roll out. So here's the deal. If you ever see a furnace like this, a Heil Tempstar or the Kenmore under that NULK, NUGK series, if you see the flame kind of rolling out and causing problems, this is one place to look. And I've seen that. By the way, safety tip, never, ever place your face or your mug in front of a furnace. All right? I can tell you stories about dudes I know that like burn their eyeballs and their eyebrows and their hair because they stuck their face in front of the furnace on a startup. Don't do that. You know what we call that where I live? Stupid. I'm sure it's the same thing where you live. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So what you see there is you see that giant hole in that header. That black plastic header is what you're looking for. There was a service bulletin on this furnace, and the secondaries were replaced on these. I replaced hundreds of them, and I didn't like it. They were not fun to change. You need to reach back, and there's a hose, a muffler clamp. So here's what I'm going to show you again real quick. There's that vent motor, the brown. If you have to replace this, make sure you order the vent assembly update kit. All right? And it comes with this little doodad here, a little limit switch, and then it's going. And then the capacitor will be operated differently. There'll be some wires, and you'll have to mount it. But just remember that. So why did this happen? Why did the header on this furnace fail? Real simple. Poor design. Now, the company Heil Tempstar, Kenmore, Arco Air Comfort Maker, they're all owned by United Technologies today, still under the name International Comfort Products. But whatever the case, back at this time, they were not owned by Carrier or United Technologies, and they were manufactured, I believe, in Tennessee. I could be wrong, so don't hate mail me and tell me it wasn't Tennessee, brother. It was Louisiana. I don't know where it was. I think it was Tennessee, but it doesn't matter. Different company. So here's the deal. Just remember this. If you look at the stub, you take the rubber boot, every tune-up, every maintenance call, pull that rubber boot. If it's black plastic, you absolutely must investigate that header. If it's stainless steel or brown, you should still investigate the header. But I will tell you this, if you see that black stub, pretty much guaranteed you're going to have a failed header. So that's something to watch for. Why this happened? Poor design. Plain and simple. Okay, so yes, I will call out the company that built this furnace, the engineers that designed that plastic, or whoever manufactured that plastic at the time. Now, maybe the original plastic was manufactured and it held up and it was, bulletproof. And then maybe Billy Bob decided he can get it for 3 cents cheaper per ton. So he's going to get it from, for 3 cents cheaper per ton from some, offshore company or something. I don't know. And then all of a sudden you've got this inferior product. That's why it failed. Poor design. They came out with the other plastic, the brown colored plastic, which was more heat sensitive, or it could take the heat. And the best one they had originally was the stainless steel header. I mean, that thing was, you couldn't stop it. And that primary heat exchanger on this furnace was a doggone good heat exchanger. Very few failures on it. So there you have it. That's the Heil Tempstar and the Kenmore model. And then I'll close with this. My name is Steve Holland. I'm with Rapidtech, and if you'd like free information, because most of you like free stuff, go to heatexchangersafety.com and you'll find all kinds of free information. But if you're really brave and you want your heat exchanger certification, just contact us. We'll get you signed up, get you signed up into Rapidtech. We should have the completed 100%, let me rephrase that. We should have the completed program 100% ready to rock and roll by July of 2017. That means the entire heat exchanger certification will be ready. With all the bonus material, we'll be adding every single furnace that we find. We'll be adding it to the site, which also gives you the ability to pull this up live on the job. You can pull it up and go from there. So enough about that. Again, I'm Steve Holland with Rapidtech, and until the next video, be safe out there.